What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. Um, we've been having all kind of technical issues tonight, or at least I have. As you can see, we ain't got no screen tonight, and I'm not even quite sure if y'all hearing me right now. But we're gonna free ball it tonight. Uh, touch on a few things that's going on in the news, and introduce y'all to a new guest on the show tonight. Local comedian that we run with around here. Uh, so before that, uh, people in Ohio, we got what 8 more days. So our 420, our little holiday here. Personally, I think there's gonna be a monkey wrench tossed to that bitch somehow, some way here shortly. Um, but hey, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Um, yeah, there ain't really nothing real specific to touch on, so we're just gonna bring the guys out here and just get the bullshitting. First of all, I'd like to welcome Dan Smith, DD Smith, local comedian around here. Uh, I'm usually his caregiver when we go out and about because he's handy capable. We say handy capable. So
Just call me Hop Along, buddy. Just call me Hop Along.
so how you doing, Dan? Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
I'm Dan D.D. Smith. I'm a local comedian. I'm a retired auto worker. I just like to, run around, get on stage, and make people laugh.
Stop. You do not run anywhere.
I hop skip, buddy. I hop skip. And hold on to your shoulder so I don't fall.
Or I gotta hold you by your fucking drawers so you can make it up the stadium steps.
Funny thing is, I ain't never wear any hot underwear, man.
Drawers could be your pants. I didn't need to know that. So that just means when I was grabbing the back of your pants, your pants was literally in your ass crack. Terrible. And on the 2s and 3s tonight, we got Greg in the motherfucking house.
What up, y'all?
What's up,
And
Greg?
You
we all
see the
sporting the green tonight.
I always support the green.
Fucking A. So we're gonna start this off with some silly shit. I thought I was the only one that heard about it, but apparently Dan done heard about it too. So Black Lives Matter in Chicago believes that they deserve money and black people deserve money back from the weapons and the money and the help that we're sending to Israel. The fuck? What? I already like just to blow some. Well, I'm gonna see what everybody else got to say about it, but I'm gonna blow this whole theory the fuck out of water for any black folks out there listening who subscribe to this horse shit. What you think about this, Greg?
Well, number one, uh, we all, I hate to be this person, but we should all be getting our money back from that. Not just one group of fucking people. Just saying.
Well, I mean, I think we should give Israel a little bit of aid, but the billions and trillions and quadrillions of zeros that's been sent over to Ukraine could come trickling back this fucking way.
That would only make sense.
Israel. I mean, Israel has done a lot more for the United States and the United States people and the people of the world, period, than Ukraine ever has.
They got hot chicks they send over.
Not anymore. They're sending them to the front lines now. Svetlana got a Uzi. All right, so this is my thoughts on this because when I heard this totally blew my mind. Because this shows you how uneducated these fucknuts and this Black Lives Matter shit is. So if we go into any history or any kind of biblical studies, we learn, and a lot of black folks used to talk about this all the time. I don't know where it fell off, but the lost tribe of Judah, the lost tribe of Israel, the people that the land really belongs to were the black folks. So now you're telling the world to tell your people to go fuck themselves, that your people owe you money. You're on the wrong side, bro. Just because they're a little bit lighter skinned, you guys, biblical wise, are part of the Jew people. So Jew people need to chill the fuck out.
I got nothing.
I mean, I heard that now. It blew my fucking mind. Like, and I don't know if it goes to that, you know how, like, that's another thing people misconstrue. Like, American Jews ain't the Jews that are fighting over there. You know,
Yeah.
our Jews over here are white guys with beards and the little piggy sheep rings on the side of their head and the frisbees on top of their head. Those are not the Jews that are over in Israel. The Jews over in Israel are the gyro falafel making type people. You know, the ones that you go to the Arab store, you buy a blunt, it's either a Jew or a Palestinian. But same shit. Same shit. I think the Palestinians over there in the hummus are a little bit darker. And I'm thinking that's why maybe Black Lives Matter is like siding with them. Because maybe they're a little bit closer to the skin tone. But do some fucking history work, assholes. What you thinking down there? Because you're looking kind of Jewy, Dan.
No, I was thinking that I was on another podcast with Precious, and she explained to me what woke truly was from the get-go. Like when black people were first freed in the after Emancipation Proclamation, stay woke is what other black people told other black people, meaning be cautious, stay woke, stay safe. It ain't nothing
Who
about
told
no
you this?
bullshit. Precious.
Precious, tall, that Precious. Yeah. I'm gonna let you know she smacked you right in the fucking head with a mushroom. That phrase wasn't from back in the Emancipation Proclamation days. That phrase actually came up when people were becoming woke to the government bullshit or woke to spirituality and woke to that shit. And then all of a sudden it got switched over to being woke where everything is fucking canceled and everything offends everybody. I don't even think that was some horseshit. Just like the white people were the first and last slave owners. That's some bullshit too. But go ahead, finish what you were saying.
No, I'm good. Thanks. I'm just saying that's like I'm relaying information that I learned from another person. I like word of mouth. You never know what's right all the time. I don't read for shit. I can't read.
Oh, see, I do a lot, and I watch a lot of shit, and then I watch contradicting shit to make sure, to find the bullshit in the middle of it. And there'd be a lot of it. There'd be a whole lot of it. Again, it goes back to my whole argument. Greg's heard me say this 1,000 times. I still, to this day, don't understand why black folks are still mad at white folks when the Hispanics was the ones doing the dealing.
I thought it was
the white folks came late to the game to slavery. The white folks was last. The first slave owner in America was black. Christopher Columbus. He got his boats from the fucking Spanish. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, the big colonizer with Christopher Columbus. That was an Italian and a bunch of spicks. There was no white folks on there. Nada. Nothing. Not a white person in sight. It was rice and beans and patalillo, not fucking mac and cheese and coleslaw.
Oh my God.
That. I mean, we was brought up the Nina, the Pizza, the Santa Maria. How many white folks you know named any of those?
I think Kanye West's next 3 kids is probably gonna be called Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria.
No, because he's dating a white chick. Those are Spanish names. I'm just saying, man. I mean, they're just like Puerto Rico. You know, a lot of the Puerto Rican, the black folks like looping in the Puerto Ricans with the black folks. And like, you know, you can because, you know, they try to say that the Puerto Ricans were taken as slaves. No, Puerto Ricans were Spanish. The Spanish were Spanish. So, I mean, Puerto Rico was like the Foot Locker for black folks. You know, you
Like
went to Puerto Rico to go buy your black folks if you didn't want to go straight to the motherland. I mean, it is what it is. I never understood that. This whole hating of the white people. I mean, more white people have died to stop slavery than black people. And that's a fact. And British people at that, the main colonizers, while the Spicks is just running free. I mean, okay, but not okay. I mean, if you look at it, if you look at the other side of the world had slaves, but it was white people who owned white people.
Yeah, a lot of Irish slaves.
Yeah. Irish, there was a lot of the Slovakian or there's a bunch of them countries with the Akia at the end of it. But you know, they all had slaves, and that one of them had a tan. So where's the Irish's reparations? Because the Irish came here in America, and they were slaves here in America too. They actually got paid less than black folks.
I haven't done the research on that. I don't tend to worry about what happened before. I'm worrying about what's happening now, where I'm going to later.
Well, that's the problem. Corner guard is lurking. That's the problem because a lot of people just can't get past that shit. You know, if you got your ass whooped when you were in 10th grade and you still holding a grudge right now, then you're a piece of shit.
Fair.
You know, you learn from that. You know, now if you ever cross that person again and some shit start, then hey, handle your shit. You know, you feel good about that because you know that's deserved from way back. But you don't let that affect your whole fucking life or the lives of your community or whatever. Some shit. The reason why shit don't ever progress forward is because the move we go forward, some dickhead yells racism, boom, we're 20 steps behind again. You know, that whole summer of love set civil rights back fucking, what 2 years of bullshit set civil rights back at least 10 to 20 years.
Probably.
And out of sheer stupidity and ignorance.
I'm a piece of shit. I repoed his car. If you feel better.
I'm a piece of shit. I repoed his car. I feel better. Well, you do your thing, CO.
It's probably like somebody that beat them up in 10th grade and they repoed their cars.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense now.
Oh, no, see, no, that ain't affecting your life, though. You wasn't sitting there like for fucking 20 years talking about, I'm going to get this motherfucker. Where does he live? Let me Facebook stalk him. I'm going to get this. Yeah, if you let that control your life, I mean, here's a perfect, I love to use this example because it's one of the most, like, it was a deep, quick conversation I ever had with somebody. When I first met Rob Coleman, comedian Rob Coleman, you know, when I first met him face to face, he pulled me to the side and he's like, Marco, for real, you don't care if somebody calls you a spick or if somebody makes fun of your race, this and that. And I looked at him, straight, but no, without any ignorance, just
Should have said, "Have
straight
you
up.
met my friends?"
Well, no, I mean, what kind of man would I be if I let a fucking word or even an intention ruin my day, my life, my thinking? What kind of father would I be if I let that into my kids' brains? If you say a word and it ruins my day, you know how weak I am? You know how much of a weak person that makes me? If somebody calls me a spick and I let that fucking bother me, that's going to just ruin my day?
There, I got you.
Oh, no, but that's just keeping a promise. That's totally not what I was talking about.
Well, that's
Keeping
fair.
a promise is keeping a promise. But like I'm talking about, just like there were times when the Hispanics were oppressed, but I don't dwell on that. There were times when the Italians were oppressed. I don't dwell on that. There were times that the Native Americans, because yes, I'm Native American too, motherfuckers. I don't dwell on that. I ain't afraid to get a blanket from one of my boys who's white because, some shit happened to the Indians 100-something years ago. But there's people out here who do. There's people who don't let that shit go, whether it be the black folks, whether it be the Arab folks, whether it be, for Yahweh or hummus or Allah, whatever the fuck. I can't fathom in my brain. Like, Litterbox is a very technologically advanced place. We get to see on TV the rocks and the holes and the caves and shit, but we don't see the part of the litter box that's nothing but computers and glass floors and fucking like zoos and shit and hotels and stuff like that. We don't see that part. We just get to see these other fucking folks over here. But either way, you still know damn well if you don't know by now that Allah is just as much full of shit as Yahweh and the rest of this fucking comic books, you're a fucking moron. You're gonna kill somebody. Here, we'll start at the bare minimum because it happened here in America when we did a show on it. You're gonna mutilate your daughter's genitals. Have a doctor cut off her clit because your God told you to in 2022? You're going really in 2022? Fuck you and your God. And I don't care whose it was. If you gotta go or whatever the fuck it is to it. And it's happening right now. These Palestinians and these Israelis. One worships God, but not Jesus. God, not Jesus. And the other one just worships Allah. Well, do you know that the Sumerian text comes from the litter box? The oldest writing in the world, and them writings say you're both full of shit. There was nothing in the Anunnaki's writings or the Sumerians' writings that say cut your daughter's clit off. There was nothing that said if you don't worship me or if you don't get on your little fucking doormat and face to the whatever side of the moon and pray that you're gonna die. What the fuck? Y'all got any thoughts on that shit?
No, I really don't. Everybody does their own damn thing. I ain't worried about it, truthfully.
I personally, and you know what? A lot of people have a misconception about the Gaza Strip and the Palestinian war with the Israelis. That was not a decades or a millennium-long war. That land was not fought over. That was not the land that Abraham sent whoever to or whatever to. No. This shit started a lot more recently. I think it was 19 something or 18 something at the end of the 1800s when the British and the Americans and I forget, I think there was another fucking country were splitting up the litter box. And one group of high ups said that the Israelis was going to get these, but at the same time, to get their favor, he told the Palestinians that they were going to get them. And when everybody left that place, the Palestinians and the Israelis couldn't get along. And now, boom, we're bombing Gaza. That's how that shit played out. That was politics. This had nothing to do with a religion. You know, they're putting the Hamas is putting their little religious bullshit in there now. But you know, this whole land war right now, that had nothing to do with religion. It didn't go back to the fucking days of the fucking plagues and the locusts and shit like that. No, this shit goes back to the British, and you know, that was a true colonizer fuck up. You know, if you want to talk about, you know, colonizers and shit like that, that was a true because that's when the British was trying to expand down through Egypt and shit like that. Yeah, that's where that horse shit all came from. And all these people are out there saying that this is a religious thing, and they've been killing these people for years, and the Palestinians have been this and that. No. Again, Israel might have been doing some. I mean, you know, we all only get half the story. But as far as, you know, from the world purview that I see, even the fucked up shit that Israel has done to Palestine. They didn't rape their fucking people. They didn't murder their children. They didn't do any of that foul shit. And they sure as fuck didn't broadcast it across the goddamn world. Fuck the Palestinians. Or Hamas or whoever. I can't even say that because it's all of them. Them groups of people, it ain't like, oh, there's only a few of them in the bunch that makes it look bad. No. The whole strip. The strip club, the pole, the dancers, the bartender, they all of them motherfuckers hate us. They hate us and they hate Jews.
Fuck.
It's like I said in the comedy show. Do you think Hitler right now is down in hell talking about this is some bullshit? I told you this before. I don't know why Hitler sound Mexican, but
Look at the source.
Hitler is at the complaint department in hell right now. Talking about why am I still down here? You know, and again, that's if you look into the history or the conspiracy theories of Hitler, you know, he didn't fucking commit suicide. Him and Eva Braun didn't commit suicide, and the rest of the Third Reich didn't magically disappear. They went down to Argentina. What are Argentinians? Hispanic. I'm just saying, man. Where's Pocket Biggie supposed to be? Argentina.
Did they just come out with what they who killed him? Who killed Pac?
Oh yeah, that's how you know something really bad going on in the world. Like, don't get it twisted. Something fucked up is happening, and I will be the first to tell you about all this biblical shit. I could be wrong. I could be wrong like a motherfucker. There could be a Yahweh. There could be an Allah. There could be a Hypno-Toad and a Buddha, for all I fucking know. As far as your faith and your religion goes, don't listen to me. Because I'm going to whatever. Like, the one thing that's all common with all them religions is hell. That is the one thing that all of them got the same. Is hell. And I got gasoline draws on.
Oh,
So
ain't that a bitch you got back the other night?
I know my religion. I've done my research on the different religions, but that don't mean that shit is right. You know, I believe in some shit that's written in a rock that talks about aliens. You know, I'm just saying. So here, we'll switch it up to we'll alienate a different group of people here. Did you see the pastor in Youngstown said that the drag queen show that's supposed to be coming up here soon should get, and they gave little dashes and squiggly points in the newspaper, get the fuck out of his community. Now, that ain't the funny part though. There's people, I guess the post or whatever went viral about him, and the comments under it, one person said something about, well, he doesn't believe he knows his God or whatever, and it's hypocrites like him is the reason why people are turning away from the church and all this other bullshit. Let me let some people in on something here. Because there's a big misconception about the Christian Catholic God. He don't like gays.
Aren't they two different things?
He don't like gays. He don't like stealing. He don't like fucking when you're on your period. He don't like you going to a funeral. He don't like you touching dead bodies. There's a lot of shit there that he don't like. And the fact that, I mean, again, I got no problem with gay folks. I've been in drag shows. I've attended drag shows. I've modeled for, I've done all kind of benefits for the Alphabet Mafia community. That's neither here nor there. But if you're going to push this whole Christmas shit, but also push an anti kind of religious Christian thing, that don't fucking fly. First of all, you got no right to say that's a drag Christmas show, because Christmas and drag queens got nothing to do with it. Have your show. Have your fucking show. But quit claiming that shit was in the Bible and that this and that, or your God is a loving God. No, God is not a loving God. God is a vengeful God. God is a jealous God. God is a vindictive God. Read that fucking Bible correctly. And that's King James or Greek or, any kind of version. You want to go real deal, go to the Ethiopian one, and that'll get real fucked up on you. But yeah, so this whole bullshit that God loves everybody, no. And according to that Bible, if the popes or whatever say that, it's a no point, then whatever's on earth shall be in heaven. That means God don't like that shit neither. Now, just recently, there's been, the past, I think there was a pope just recently said, he was cool with the whole Alphabet Mafia thing. Fine. But that still don't make a difference in what I'm saying. You ain't gonna go to a pastor and have him try to condone some shit that is totally against his religion. Now, I'm sure he wouldn't have said a fucking thing to you if you'd have kept that shit to yourself. But the fact that you're trying to, that's there ain't even nothing I can even go on the opposite end of that. What would be the opposite end of a drag queen Christmas? Like a Jesus gay orgy? It just don't work that way. It's just
in the Greeks did it.
No, we're not talking about Zeus and all them motherfuckers. This ain't God of War, motherfucker.
Well,
and in the same respect, I don't believe that they should be changing Christmas. I mean, I understand everybody got their own religious beliefs, and that is fine. This is America. You're supposed to have that. But we also had a centralized kind of religion here. Not only that, but we also once upon a time had a centralized way of thinking. Whether it be right or wrong, whether, you had some people dissident from it here or there, we still had that. We still had that American pride. Even though we knew we did a lot of fucked up shit in the world, we still had American pride. No matter what color you were. Black folks, white folks, whoever, even the immigrants, the true immigrants, had more American pride than most.
Isn't pride
the religion, the religion, we all had our different faiths, but everybody knew, it was kind of a Christian thing. I mean, hell, it's in our Constitution. It was in almost every fucking judicial area of our system or anything, it's on our money, and God we trust. Didn't say what God. It just said in God we trust. And that gave structure to things. That gave boundaries to things. I mean, as little as they were, people thought that it was so little, but now as we step back and all them things are gone, look at society. Look at these kids. I mean, I remember there used to be I seen a shirt one time. It was deep as fuck. I had a saying on the front of it. It said, it was like little kid talking. It had like the kid in the little colon or whatever. But it said, "Dear God, why are you letting all these school shootings happen?" And under it, it had God's answer. "I'm sorry, honey, but they took me out of schools." It's pretty fucking deep, dude. I mean, because even though you may not believe in whatever God, you may not believe in whatever nationalism for this country, the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer in the beginning of school gave a unity, gave a structure, gave a sense of everybody together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's none of that anymore. And if you try to do that, you're demonized for it.
There's a lot of good teachings in it. The golden rule, I mean, Jesus God, do unto others as they'd have done to you. Where did that go?
It went to turn the other cheek. Do unto the others as you would have others do unto you is Old Testament. That's what a lot of biblical scholars will argue with you about. It's Old Testament. So just like the Jamaican Rastafarian religion runs Old Testament along the lines of Leviticus, whereas New Testament, Jesus, who wasn't even named Jesus, said turn the other cheek. That's another big problem with the comic book to me. God, if you go Old Testament, that's God, Yahweh, the Father. That's the head guy. And he had people sacking villages. He had people taking land. He was telling people to fuck. He was just as brutal as Allah. And then all of a sudden, Constantine takes over. All these books get mushed together. We got the New Testament with Emmanuel / Jesus. And turn the other cheek. Order. Listen to these rules. You have to do this or that. The Sabbath day. Make sure you give tithing. Fuck that. Don't fuck the gays. To hell with the gays. Yeah. I mean, you can tell when the power switched over. And if anything, that was woke. That was the original woke, is when we went from Old Testament real rules to turn the other cheek and be peaceful. Here's some bread and fish. Have some wine.
Nah.
Just saying, get your ass beaten. Don't fucking do nothing about it, even though you got all the power in the world.
All right. Not to change the subject, but what do you think of Nikki Haley?
I think she's fucking hot, and she should never be president, though. You hear her and Vivek go at it?
No, I didn't watch what do you call?
I watched a couple of their debates. The man to watch. I mean, I'm a Trump supporter, but if he ends up falling through with all this bullshit they're hitting him with, I'm voting for Vivek, dude. That dude got some good ideas. He ain't about no bullshit. He straight up, the first debate he came out on stage was like, look, I'm going to just let you know right now, I'm the only one on stage that has his own money and is not getting paid off. You can ask me whatever you want. I mean, right there. That he earned all the respect in the world from me right there. Somebody said something about the whole climate change shit. And he was like, look, yeah, he pretty much says what I always say. It's irresponsible to think that you don't have an impact on your environment. But you're a fucking idiot if you think that the America as a country is going to do something for this whole climate shit. It's none of the world goes through the climate, these changes in, I hate saying climate change because it's just, climate change is what we got outside right now. But the whole global warming thing and all that bullshit, yeah, we do have an impact, and that takes decades and decades and decades. And we even did a show on it. What was it, Brazil, Greg? That the ozone layer, they had that strike and the ozone layer closed up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the ozone layer literally closed up in less than a year of them not fucking, having the cars and shit. They had a big oil strike out there. The problem is with that thing closing up, everything started dying off. It started getting real hot and shit. So that hole that we supposedly put there is fucking needed.
What do you think about this theory? Maybe a little bit off base, but just as a thought. You ever think that all this is cyclical and we may be speeding it up, but it's just the way it's supposed to be?
Well, that's what I'm
Maybe a little
saying.
more
Like,
extreme, but then it's going to go right back to the way it used to be.
I honestly feel that all this environmental pollution that we have put up in the air since the Industrial Revolution has slowed down that process. Because we were due. I mean, scientists tells you we were due for our cataclysm quite some time ago, and that's why they're saying, oh, it can happen at any time. Yeah, the Earth's magnetic poles shift, and they shift every so many thousands of years, and that's why we don't have we have a real North Pole and we have a magnetic North, because the magnetic North shows us, that's how we got everything. That's where we're pointing now, but the true North is a long, far ways away. I mean, it's still north, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now we are in the middle. Excuse me. We are in the middle of a magnetic pole shift. It's happened. It started like, I'd say, what was it, 5-6 years ago, if not longer, maybe 10 years ago. That's why this fucking global warming shit is happening. That's why this whole, it's cold here and hot here when it was hot here and it's cold here. And ain't no amount of fucking Tesla cars or EVs gonna change that shit. None of it. I mean, one fucking baby born today has a worse environmental impact than the whole country of China in diapers alone. I mean, but we got to stop this and we got to stop that and we got to, the cows are fucking up the ozone and the stoves are fucking up the ozone. No, you're fucking up our lives. Get the fuck up off the TV.
I don't know about you, but I knew I had cloth diapers when I was little. My family couldn't afford fucking plastic diapers.
Oh, see, we were on welfare. Government gave us plastic diapers. Government. And again, that was government controlling climate control even back then.
Just go all the cloth. But I'll guarantee you, all them hipsters that are driving the what are they? The Bolt, the Teslas, and all the other shit.
The EVs.
They're smacking plastic diapers on their kids because they ain't gonna get the, they don't want to clean the shit off the freaking cloth and turn around and the washing dryer.
Stop. Wait a minute. I'm late.
Yeah, you're late, buddy.
I'm late. They were in tandem that time.
What the hell is that?
That's my tribute to Scotty.
I was waiting on that.
Just the look on his face. All the shit I said tonight, he was fine. I fucking touched tips with the cocks, and he's like,
like, that's wrong.
Marco, you ain't right. You ain't been right since the day I met you.
Oh, he wasn't right.
You didn't realize I was handicapped. Shout out to Bubba.
he been fucked up long way before that.
Oh, look, since he brought up Bubba and Jordan.
Oh, here we go.
I just want to put this out here for the youngins out there, because obviously your parents ain't teaching you shit. IHOP is an acronym with an A, acronym for International House of Pancakes.
It's not a Wilkernim.
No, it's not a Wilkernim. It's not some hidden shit. It's not some fancy restaurant. The IHOP is the International House of Pancakes. They shortened it back in the late 90s for you illiterate bastards, and apparently your illiterate parents passed it on to you without saying what it meant. Ah.
My kids know.
That actually happened, Greg. Somebody thought I was talking about the IHOP and the International House of Pancakes, and they thought it was two different things.
My God. Yeah. I believe it. I believe it. Now I gotta start
teaching
asking
these
people.
kids the right shit, not to get. See, a lot of our
Rochelle,
our
I
issues
know
that
the
we have.
story.
I noticed, a lot of, and I'm good for it too. We blame this generation and for a lot of the bullshit that's going on and stuff like that. But what we don't realize is a lot of us raised this generation.
Yeah.
And we were stoners, and we were the last real generation. We drank 40s. We ran from cops. We were hammered.
He said, "Not I, not I."
Bad Dog 2020. Every time I drink it,
a lot of us weren't raised by our grandparents. A lot of us, our grandparents said, "Fuck you guys," and our older brothers and sisters or our parents were, a lot of us them were raised by grandparents, not us. Ours at least gave the college try and then said, "Fuck it." Then they fell off, and then when crack hit in the 90s, that took out a lot of parents.
Yep.
Which brings us today to these millennial little woke fucks that were basically just crack babies. That ain't ADHD. That's fucking lack of crack.
I'm sure that if they tested me for that, I have ADHD, obsessive compulsive disorder. I probably have had that shit.
You just got into the fucking groove of being a whiny bitch like everybody else.
Now you know what happened when any of the shit was wrong. My mom would whip my fucking ass.
Exactly. That was the way you took care of ADHD when we grew up. I'm diagnosed schizophrenic. You know how my mom took care of that? I'll give you one guess.
Whatever the hell was closest to her.
Exactly. Bah! Go get your ass ready for school. Okay. I mean, this bullshit with, oh, my baby can't be out in public around people, or my baby got anxiety, or my baby's a bad test taker. You mean stupid? I got stupid kids. I admit it.
Well, the apple don't fall far from the tree.
I got a kid so fucking stupid she can't figure out a 2-button thermostat. She is within screaming distance right now. I know she hears me. So that ain't talking shit behind nobody's back.
Here, let me open the door.
Have I ever talked? Here. And I did my damnedest. I was one of them dads that stuck the fuck around. I went and got custody and tried to be that dad. I did my, and no, society done fucked my kids right in the asshole. Soon as I wasn't looking. Perfect example. This is the phone calls that I get from my kids. These are like 3 phone calls. 1 phone call. Now, mind you, I'll tell you their ages when I'm done. 1, son calls me, Dad, I got a problem. What's wrong? I just burned my ass. Now my son's he's handicapped, his leg is fucked up. So he was getting out the shower. How'd you burn your ass? I was getting out the shower and the towel rack was behind me and it burnt. So you just like nick a cheek or something, just slip and fall. No, I burned my asshole. Now, first of all,
That
a
sounds
towel
like
dryer goes, it's in a rectangle. And
Right.
it's all hot this
So-
way. Your butt cheeks go this way.
I think that
So,
was aiming. think that was
Burn
aiming.
right in the brown. And then to get the brown eye, that means the cheeks had to be spread. Now, the
Again.
amazing thing is not the fact that this happened. The amazing thing, why the fuck are you calling me? Why are you telling me this?
I have a thought on that, Marco. Once again, the apple don't fall far from the tree.
If anything went near my asshole, I wasn't telling my mama. The fuck? Second phone call. This one happened today. Dad, can you bring me some burn cream home? This is my daughter. What do you need burn cream for? I burn my titty. You burn your titty. Yeah, I was in the shower, something messed up, and it burnt my titty. Why are you calling and telling me this?
Because she needed bird cream, man.
I can't touch my titty. Why are you touching your titties? Well, I can't wear a bra. You'll never wear a bra. I gotta go to work. Who's touching your titties or staring at your titties at work?
Great sick ass when he goes into Giant Eagle.
And again. Why did I need to hear this?
Because she
Why
needed
did I-
burn cream. That one had an excuse. She needed burn cream. The other one that was aiming to burn his asshole, now he had no reason to call you.
All right, here's the worst.
Oh, it
Dad.
gets better.
Oh,
Yay.
this is worse. This is the third phone call. This one
Today?
actually came between. No.
Okay.
This came between the burnt butthole and the burnt titty. Dad, I went to the toilet and an ant crawled up from between my legs.
Go shower.
What are my daughters? First of all, all the questions. Oh, like what? Second of all, why are you laughing? And third, what the fuck are you telling me?
Like
Now-
Rochelle said, sharing is caring.
No, this is the kick in the ass. The burnt asshole, 26 years old. The burnt titty, ant cooter, 22 years old. This was recently.
Well, yeah, you said the burnt titty was today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the burnt aimed asshole was a while back, and then the one was in the middle with the ant.
So you need to start. Look, we need the whole point of this whole shit was we need to start teaching these kids better. We need to start teaching these kids better. Let them know that they don't have a right to food. They don't have a right to shelter. As a child, you might get away with it. As an adult, you don't have a right to food. You don't have a right to shelter. You don't. Now in Ohio, you don't even have a right to fucking life anymore.
Can you abort
Abortion?
after 20 years?
No, but you could abort up to 9 months.
No,
I
but I know for sure. I did my research. No, you can't. Yeah, you can't do it at 20 years old.
No, not 20, but you can do it at 9. That little bastard could be sitting in a tray high-fiving the doctor while he's getting ready to get yoked up. That's
a
fucked
pretty
up.
talented baby. If he's high fiving the doctor, I think I'm gonna keep that one.
A lot of these kids, they're teaching these kids that they have a right to do this, or they have a right to to tell a cop whatever. No, the fuck you don't. You got a right to remain silent. That's what the fuck you got.
I mean, shut the fuck up.
I
Attorney
see
told me that.
all this shit these days. you know, these kids and these college students and shit thinking they have all these fucking rights. And you know, first of all, half you fucking people don't believe in a God. Let's just get that out there. So there's that part of that Constitution, God-given right. So then we go back to man, who's your controllers. I mean, Jared loves to fucking talk about this, but you know, hey, if you got to choose a fucking owner, you know, you choose the one that benefits you. I know I'm being controlled. I know shit gets, you know, I'm just a puppet just like everybody else. But you just choose the right fucking one. But you know, your rights are given to you, and your rights can be taken away. These little entitled bastards need to take their ass over to like the litter box, or over in Africa, or over in Korea. Not even the bad Korea, the South Korea, Taiwan. Go to fucking Japan. We leveled that fucking place, and still go to Japan. See if you got them same rights. See if you don't get smacked in the fucking mouth with a goddamn bamboo cane for fucking talking back to somebody on the street. Go walk down the street of the litter box with alcohol, or a girl. Let a chick start running her little mouth talking about I ain't doing this or bitch, you will be buried to your neck in cat litter and smacked with rocks. Y'all motherfuckers, I mean, this whole the rights, this, and I got a right to that, and I got a right to no, you don't. You know, and that whole life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, there's a catch to that. As long as you don't fuck with nobody else. Well, nowadays, everything fucks with everybody else. So where went your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness?
It's rules. You gotta follow fucking rules. It's normal. I mean it's
yeah, but we're
otherwise
teaching these kids
chaos.
that there's no rules, or
if you
that
don't
the
follow
rules that have
rules,
been
it's chaos.
established, that the rules that have been established and the rules that have been proven to work. You know, not everybody liked them. They don't always serve, you know, everybody. They might single out a particular group of people here and there, but those worked. Throughout the fucking decades, throughout the millennia, you know, different systems have been tried. America is the only government that hasn't fallen yet.
It's
because
due.
we had a system. And everybody's going against this system now, tearing this system apart. And, you know, this is what the fuck we got. We got black folks who are supposed to be the lost, you know, tribe of Jerusalem going against Jerusalem. I mean, we got white folks fucking saying that they were, dude, they're just, I think it's more racist for a white person to start fucking acting like they're not racist, just to be you. If you was born or if you were raised racist, you could change that. You weren't born racist. You weren't born, you know, when I was growing up, there was kids of all kind of colors, darker and lighter than me. We didn't know shit about racism until somebody said some fuck shit in school. Just like you pick any religion. If you would take a child from that religion, whether it been Muslim, whether it been Christianity, Catholic, you know, whatever, you take that a child from there, just born, you take it away from that sect and you raise it not knowing anything about religion, is he still going to believe in your God? Is your God still going to save him?
You believe in what you're taught. You were raised, how you were taught. Now you're a blank canvas, and you'd start the painting as a parent, and then the kids paint the rest of the way.
Now, the problem is these parents is giving kids watercolors now. There ain't no oil in the paint.
That's because it don't fit standards for global warming.
That's it. It's got to be water soluble. Organic. Rub a fucking piece of grass on there to get green. Oh, fuck. Well, I think we done pissed off enough people for tonight. Didi, where you gonna be next? Give everybody your information and where they can find you and all that type of shit.
You can find me on DD Smith Comedy. You can find me just Dan Smith on Facebook. Find me tomorrow night at Charlie Staples down in Youngstown. I really don't have any shows planned for the rest of the year. I just kind of wait for you to go, hey, dickhead, let's go do this. That's what I do usually, I guess.
Yeah, and I believe I got my only show that my only real show that I got going on is the Lex Vegas show. I believe that's December 18th. I got to repost the flyer again. Tonight I'll be at Charlie Staples with Dan and a few other local comics. Come and check us out. Come get you some good ribs and some halfway decent comedy. And then
until you're done. As soon as you're done, everything's good.
and then Greg, when's the S&G show? Let them know.
That will be December 16th. It's a Saturday night. Make sure you definitely tune in. It's all four of us original hosts doing what we done for fucking umpteen years. So come check it out. It's been a while since all four of us been together. So it definitely gonna be a good one.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Jared claims this is going to be the first time we're getting back together since he's sober. And I told him I'm not going to be. So
yeah, I don't think any other. He's going to be the only one, I think.
Hey, fight the power.
Right.
Fight the power.
Hey,
I won't do no extracurriculars in front of you.
Right. Good for him, though. You know what I mean? Good for him.
Fucking A. All right, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Tuning in. We'll see you next week. We out.
Good night, y'all.
Night.